Good morning, everybody. Good morning, villagers, and welcome to the Moroccan food culture session. I hope you are all well and you're ready to find out about some lovely flavors and new new way to cook. Please just keep interacting with us, and if you have any questions, I will answer them at the end of the session. And if you are cooking with us, you might find some little bits that you'll you won't be able to do within the session, because with this butternut squash it's a bit hard, and you need to peel it and all that. So anywhere you can watch, or you can follow me as I am doing it. Okay, so let's get started. So to start with, we have our spices. We have some coriander for later, some almonds. We have some butternut squash and some sweet potatoes. What I did with that is I just chopped it in like a rounds, like so. For the sweet potatoes, I peeled it, and this is the part that I will show you how to do it, because I keep the bottom part of the squash. They always have a holes, are they? And what I've done is I I try to keep that hole like that, because I will make it like a little decoration on the top of the potatoes, the sweet potatoes and the butternut squash that I'm using. We need some olive oil, or if you don't have, don't go and buy a bottle for olive oil if you are not using it all the time or something. Cooking olive oil, it's good. If you have extra virgin oil, what you can do, you mix it with vegetable oil, so that would give you the would give you the oil that you need, because extra virgin oil, it will be burned if you put it by itself in a pan. Okay, so we have two onions. I didn't have the white onions, so I'm using red onions, and there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm trying to do here is to give you something really special, and with Christmas coming, you need something that's really different, and you need to present it well as make it taste well. Yes, and I am using a bit of cinnamon so to make it Christmassy. The if you don't have to, if you don't have any, uh, also if you don't have the almonds, or don't worry about it. Use what you have. Just use what you have. I am using also the what you call them, the dry fruits. I'll get them out soon. Okay, so let's just get started. So the preparation is the key for this, and what I'll be doing first, as like multitasking, like you do all the time with cooking. You start. Oops. So the span is always so about well, I would say about 4 to 5 tablespoons of olive oil. Don't worry, don't say, oh, that's really too much. It won't be too much, because the vegetable would just cook in it, and the onions would fry in that, and that would give you a really nice gravy, and will give you a nice mix for all the ingredients and everything. So you slice your onions, and it just starts to. So I saw a question what we are using. We're using butternut squash or sweet potatoes. We are going to use them all both, and that's because we just want that tagine to be really colorful, and to be nice and healthy as well. Sorry about this. It's just this. Uh, the safety button won't go off. Okay, let's. Here it is. Okay, so let's start of the. So you slice it like this, and if you just two medium onions, or if you have a big one, one big one. The idea of using this is because we're using like lots of onion is because we are using the onion as a base, and when we are doing that, that's give us a good rich flavors and good rich sauce. If you want to use meat on this with this recipe, you can use chicken thighs if you would like to. You can use also the lamb or beef, whatever meat you can afford, and whatever meat you like. Really, that's what you do. So just keep. So what's the key for this as well with the onions all the time? Put a bit of onion of salt while you're frying them. Or what we're looking to do is to have this the onions like wilted and like a bit of translucent. That's what I'm looking to. Not fried to caramelize, but just a bit go softer. So while I'm doing that, I'll just get my butternut squash and potato. Obviously, we all know how to do the potatoes. You just peel them and chop them like around, and I will do that in a minute. For the butternut squash, I started it, that's why it's like this. So the butternut squash, it's quite obviously big, like that. The top bit, it's solid hard, and the bottom bit you always find the seeds there, and that's the bit that I cut like that to make these round circles. And why I'm doing that, because I will take advantage of these circles and make them when I put them on, fill them in with the soft vegetables. Like I said, this is something that I'm trying to show you how to do it and make it really a masterpiece. So showstopper. That's what I'm trying to do for Christmas. And if you don't want to do that, what you can do, just chop the vegetables like you do, whatever shape you like, and cook them. That's basically what you do. It's not a must. It's just to give you that extra way to present it and to make it really nice for your family or for your friends. So once you do that, you just take the skin off, and this is optional as well, because some people, and I do myself, when I roast the butternut squash, I just keep the skin on. I don't peel it, so it's up to you. And obviously it's a choice for peeling or not peeling. If it's hard, sometimes it's hard, the skin is quite hard, take it off, and you would know by feeling it, like it starts to become dry. And you just go around with the knife, like so, and go around slowly, and be careful for your safety with the knife. If you can do it this way like I did, if you are confident. If not, use a chopping board and go like that. You would need a really sharp knife, but be careful with this. Obviously, it's always safety. It's good. So our onions start to fry and just start to soften a bit. So then you would need, I don't think, for this, if you're cooking for 2 people and a small dish, you would just need, you would need about 3 to 4 circles like this. It just depends what pan you are using, how you're using it. And usually this is pretty, because with this, obviously, when I do the tagine, well, this is the tagine for those of you, obviously, that they never seen it, or they don't know what it looks like or whatever. This is a tagine, and if you imagine, this one is just a little baby one, sample for showing you how it looks. And this is glazed. You can find clay tagine, or you can find posh ones as well, Le Creuset. You can find like ceramic ones. And this is Christmas. Christmas is coming, and you would, maybe someone would offer you a present for Christmas as a tagine. So this kind of food you can cook in it. And that's when you do that kind of cooking in the tagine, you always want to when you take the lid off, you want to see all the food all present as well. So that'll do it, you see. And another thing, when you do this, the seeds, these seeds are quite good actually. You can roast them. Just take them out and take all the whatever you call it, the inside with this bits, the roots, or take them out and roast these. Roast them, they are quite good, just like a snack or something. Okay, so about 4 to 5 rounds. You see what I mean? They are like little bungles. And there we have the sweet potatoes. And then what I will do with this one here, the solid part, you just chop it smaller, because for this session, obviously, I wanted to cook quicker. So I'll just check my onions. Can you see the onions? Yeah. So it's getting softer. Once it gets like that, I would use put the spices on. So 1 teaspoon or half teaspoon, because this teaspoon is quite small. I'm not shy of the spices, obviously, because I am used to it. For yourself, if you are not used to cook with the spices, what you can do is whatever you like, you put a little extra of. So we are using cinnamon, ginger, and with the goodness in the spices, it won't harm, and believe me, that would just make your gravy really nice and tasty. Ginger, another half teaspoon of turmeric. You see, my teaspoon is quite tiny. That's why I am using quite a bit. And the only thing that I don't use a lot of is black pepper. I use a half teaspoon of that. And the reason why, some people they don't like black pepper like this, and it repeats on them and makes give them an indigestion. So that's basically why. So once you do that, you fry all your ingredients with the onions. And you can see it's caramelizing in some ways with the spices and all that. The smell is really lovely. I wish you are here to share it with, so you can see. Anybody cooking with me? Hi Irene. Hello Norfolk. Hi Sheena. Yes. So this is really the start and the base, because you imagine if you are using chicken, that this would be mixed with it, or lamb, or If you are using any meats, I prefer meat with the bone, because that gives it more extra taste, and it's always that's what we use. Meat for like lamb shoulder is good, as long as if you have any health problem or anything, just take off the fat, the extra fats, because, and don't use too much oil in that case, because the fat from the meat would be in the gravy. So that's basically what I can advise there. So once we have it like that, you can see, can you see that it's like brownish, but it's not the cover. The onions are covered with the spices. So once it's like that, what you do, you add a bit of water, and you just stir it and leave it to boil for a bit. And because we are not using meat, we don't need to wait for so long or anything. Everything would cook together once we. So I'll just leave it like that for a bit now, and finish my cutting of this butternut squash. Please, if you cutting the butternut squash, just be careful. It is hard, and it's not easy to cut up. So that's our butternut squash there. I just noticed that I have one here that still have the skin. And this, like for this three sweet potatoes, half butternut squash, that would feed a family of 4, I would say. Like adults, 4 adults would eat of this, or even 5, because once you add everything, you just will be really quite a lot of vegetables there. So once we do that, what I'll do is I'll take these out and just put my vegetables like that. And put all my butternut squash and everything. You might say, oh, that's a tiny bit of water, or the gravy or the sauce. We are going to add some more water as we go, because obviously it's cooking. The main thing on this, for this dish, is the ingredients you have to have at home. Obviously, that's important, and the preparation is like peeling and cutting the vegetables, and that's basically what you do. Oops. So we have this like that. Then we'll add a bit of water again, just a bit. Then we come to our rounds. So what we're doing with them is we're putting them like so. Or just place them as you like, really. That one is too big. Let's place that one. And if you see, can you see that? So that's what I mean by placing them all together. I think I'll just do without that one. So you place them, then after you will fill them with the soft fruits. Once you do that, just cover it and leave it to start bubbling, and keep your eye on it for the like in case the water dries out. That's basically what you do at the beginning of it. So on medium to high heat at the beginning, So then afterwards, what you do is you put the heat down and just leave it to simmer very slowly. So we'll just start it off there to simmer, which is started there. Then I'll put it down and just leave it to cook slowly. And this pan is really quite handy because it does play the role of a tagine if all the steam stays there and cooks the vegetables from the top as well. So I'll just wait for it to start bubbling, then we'll finish the dish. Any questions? So yes, I'll also have to just. So did you get any ingredients, Sheena? Yeah, I think Sheena, she was. That's good. That's good. I'm pleased that you did. That's brilliant. Did you find the cutting of the butternut squash a bit hard? That's brilliant, Sheena. That's good. I'll just bring the soft fruits because I didn't bring them. So bear with me for a minute. Oh, that's brilliant. That's really good. That's good. Just spread some more water for this. So for the soft fruits, you can use any dry fruit that you like. I do have today sultanas, which is something that I use in the cooking. Raisins or sultanas are quite good if you like them. If you don't, you can use prunes. You can prunes, not prawns, prunes. You can use apricots, and yes, that's what I do with the. When I do like mixed dry fruits, I use all different ones. So yeah, it's a good dish to experiment with the dry fruits if you are not used to them. And the other thing is you are using dry fruits and you are using nuts and a bit of sesame seeds, and all these things are really you might find it different for the cooking. So to speed this process, to speed up the cooking of the vegetables, what you do, you take the gravy from the bottom and you just arose it like that. Just water all the vegetables so everything cooks at the same time and takes the flavors. Can you see? I thought I had some prawns in the cupboard, but I must have used them. I could have, but we'll use the sultanas, and you see how they. It's the same principle when you do it. So just give them a rinse them, then, or if you want, you can soak them in water before. Then just put them here in the middle. If you're, I'm really sorry. I was really surprised that I didn't have any prawns or apricot to use. I did similar recipe yesterday with a group and I used them. So you put them there like so. And you just put the rest. If you are using prawns, you can do the same in them little holes. Put them in there, and like put the apricots around and put the prunes inside, and that would be a really nice picture, a nice. And that the gravy would go to them, and the steam would plumb them. So it's. This is like, then you cover it and you just leave it again to cook. That's good, Irene. So if you ever use any recipes, or if you cooked, just take photos and share them with us. That will be really lovely to see what you've been up to. And like I said, if all the recipes are on the YouTube, on the virtual village hall, or in mine at Moroccan food culture. I prepared my. That's good. That's good. Yes, yeah, yes. It does make it really nice, and when it's like that, you just think, oh, you forget about meat. If you are a meat eater, you just think, oh, this is really different, and you eat it really nicely. That's really good. So we're just waiting for it. So once you cook, obviously, you just take a knife and try your vegetables. They're getting softer, but not quite yet. And it's something that you cook in one pot as well. You can use a slow cooker if you have one, but not for a long time. I would suggest if you're cooking it, you either have to put it on very low or medium, but not too long. Oh, that's good. 30 years. That's wow. That's really interesting. So this is perfect. Oh, that's brilliant. You will make it again and again, and just use different dry fruits all the time. Just keep trying with all different ones. It's really nice. Any? So yes, all the dishes that I made with you before, you can make with meat if you are a meat eater. If you are not, you can omit the meat and just use the vegetables. They are all really good. Yes, you can. Yes, yeah, they are good. I must admit, it just I'm really sorry. I feel really terrible that I missed that. That's I didn't have any. So if you want to do the apricots, they are really good as well. But the original dish is with prawns. That's when you go to Morocco. If you ever visited, you'll see the tagine with vegetables, and they put some prawns in. This is, to be honest, this one we use sweet potatoes, and they like we use them with sultanas by themselves without butternut squash. The butternut squash this way, and for this butternut squash like that, it's a creation that I just start to do with the groups, and I found it quite nice and pretty for people to see it like that, and to if they are not eating meat, that's something really to give them appetite to eat extra vegetables. That's how I start using this butternut squash. You can use pumpkin if you don't have butternut squash. Obviously you won't have the circles unless if they are smaller ones, so you can make them. Or yeah, that's really good. Thank you. Most of the time when you go to Morocco, like I said, it's meat and prunes with this dish, and sultana, and sesame seeds and almonds. That's with no vegetables, to be honest, just meat. But this is vegetarian option, that's why I used it like that. So just keep checking. So you say it start to go softer. How is yours, Sheena? That one's still hard. Yeah. Just tiny bit of water. And the gravy, honestly, it does really, the gravy would be really nice. And you serve it with some bread. Some bread, or if you wanted something different, you can serve it with some sultana. I don't know what about me with sultanas today. So the coriander goes in the middle there. Serve it with some rice or some couscous. And just so the almond. What I have done with the almond was I oops, let's see. You can't see them, can you? I have to bring my hand there. Okay, what I've done with the almonds, I just rub them with a tiny bit of oil and put them in the oven. I would say about 3 to 4 minutes, because they do, if in hot oven, they just become like that really quickly, like brownish. You don't want them more than this, because they would be burnt then. You just want them to start have that color and take them out. The heat would go back to them, and would make them roasted like this. So that's what I've done with them. And you can use, if you don't want to use a whole almond, you can use flakes almond. But just again, be careful when you do this technique that I did say to you, or this method for roasting them. Just a tiny bit, or you can do them in a pan if you want to. Just in the pan, you might want to add some more oil, but really it's better just in the oven. And if you are planning to do this dish, if you have the oven hot already, just that's saving part. Just put them in while you're doing something else, so you are not putting the oven just 4 days. It's getting softer. Yeah, very good. Yeah. And this is still hard a bit, but it's coming now. think once you do that, just leave them to go to get stuffed up, because I'm opening in the, yeah, any. Oh, that's, yeah, toasting. Yes, the air fryers are brilliant for that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. That's quite good. Very good. Yes, they are good for that, air fryers. Any questions at all anymore? Anybody? Well, you can ask a question from the past as well, if you made any soups or any other tagines. So yeah. So that's why they call it slow cooking, because or tagine cooking is like, yeah, you have to be very patient and just watch it and look after it, and just put a bit of love into it, really, at the same time as cooking. Yeah. So once you do this, once it's cooked and soft and everything, you don't want it soggy, soft, like to become mushy. You just want it, well, or if you like that kind, it's up to you. That kind of like texture, that's up to you. But if you don't, leave a little bit on, like to keep a hold, the vegetable to keep hold on. That's basically what I can say to you. The other thing, once you do that, for the almond, leave them until last minute, when you want to serve, because if you put them in earlier, they would go. They won't have that crunch, and the idea of roasting them or toasting them in the oven or whatever, wherever, is to keep that crunch when you're eating, and all the combinations of the different elements in the tagine, they would be really nice, and you would find every time you eat it, it's different. It's every bite it comes different. Ooh, that's steamy. Yeah, that's really good. It's softer. Yeah. Let's show you just to show you one last thing here for this, the juice. So you've got plenty juice there. You don't have a lot like swimming in it, but if you like a little extra, you can always add some more. But you don't want it really a lot, because that would make it. If you are a gravy person, you can do. And like I say, look at this texture of the sauce. It's not watery, but it's just nice, and all the flavors. So once you do that, like I mentioned before, I'll just show you how I do the almonds, really. I'll just throw them like this. Add some more in pan there. Then few bits of sesame seeds, just a little tiny bit. And this would make a lovely vegetarian dish for Christmas time. It's a lovely smelly. The smell of the cinnamon is Christmas already at my house. It smells really nice and Christmassy. So yes, that's basically the end result of our tagine. If you see how it looked, it's looking really all different colors, and it's like a sunshine when you see it like that. It's really lovely. Well, thank you very much again for supporting my cooking demonstrations. I hope you enjoyed it. Go and try it. Keep cooking and see you next time. Take care.